Hey, welcome to another video. Let me tell you this. I don't know who's going to watch this video, but when I tell you that, and I hate when content creators do this. I hate when people get on live and they be like, the devil been fighting me. Listen, but when I tell you that I've had a time trying to record this video, I have had a time. Listen, if you're new here, my name is Samantha and I want to say welcome to Heal the New Sexy. Today, I want to talk about the power of giving yourself permission. I want you today to begin to tell yourself yes more. You want a new car? Yes. You want to pursue a new body? Yes. You want to write a book? Yes. You want to move from one side of the nation to another? Yes. Whatever it is. You want to launch the business? Yes. Whatever it is, I want you to begin to tell yourself yes more. I want to talk about the power of giving yourself permission. For too long as women, we have waited for other people to give us permission to pursue the life that we desire, the life that we dream of. And today, I want you to give it to yourself. Whatever it is that you've been, or however you have been imagining your life, I want you to give yourself permission to pursue that, to go after it, to be fervent about it. I don't care if it's a nonprofit or if it's a school or if it's you want to learn how to cook. I don't know what it is, but I want you to give yourself permission to show up as that girl, to show up as the woman that you were called and you were purposed and you were created to be. I want you to give yourself permission to end toxic relationships. I want you to give yourself permission to end relationships that don't serve you, whether that's employment, that's friendships, that's family relationships, whether that's romantic relationships. I want you to give yourself that permission. I want you to look at your life and I want you to identify if there's any area where you are holding yourself back. If you know, wait a minute, I'm not taking up the space that I'm supposed to in this area, right? I'm in mental health. I'm not taking up the space in mental health as I'm supposed to. If you're in medicine, you're not taking up the space that you're supposed to, whether it's in your family, wherever it is. This is really important that you begin to tell yourself yes. Especially if you grew up feeling and believing that life has always told you no, it can cause you to kind of shrink back. But I want to encourage you that when you start giving yourself permission to go after the things that you know deep down inside belong to you, your life will change. Your life will change. I mean, go after the healing. Go after the self-forgiveness. Go after getting rid of the guilt, getting rid of the shame. Go after it. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to leave that small town. Give yourself permission to leave that job, that dead-end job. Give yourself permission to leave that relationship. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to no longer fear what people may say. Give yourself permission. Oftentimes, we don't move forward because of fear. Because of the fear of the unknown or fear of what people may say about us or fear of what people may think about us. But if you give yourself permission not to care, what will your life look like? What would your life look like if you give yourself permission to be your authentic self? What would your life look like if you gave yourself permission just to do the things that you enjoy doing? Give yourself permission to not to have to perform to what other people think about you. Give yourself permission to not to believe the negative things that people have said about you. Give yourself permission to free yourself from the shackles of your past. What would your life look like if you gave yourself permission? What would your life look like if you told yourself yes? Maybe you need to write the book. Maybe you have a record. You're a music artist, and so there's a song that you've produced, but you don't know if it'll catch on to mainstream media. Whatever it is, today is the day you give yourself permission. Today is the day that you say, I'm not going to let anything or anyone, to include myself, hold me back. I'm going to give myself permission. I know when I kind of started on YouTube, if you look at my channel, I started earlier this year, and then in the middle, I just kind of gave up because I didn't give myself permission. But now I made my mind up that I'm going to come on here. And if nobody watches the video, they don't watch it. But I'm going to give myself permission to do something new, to do something hard. I'm going to give myself permission to build something, and I'm not going to give up. Oftentimes, because we don't know what the end's going to be, like the old folks would say, we give up in the middle. And I want you to give yourself permission to be determined. Just like when Moses was building the boat, the ark, you know, people was looking at him like, what? Why are you doing that? But Moses gave himself permission. When Nehemiah was building the wall, people were like, come down. You know, I'm not going to come down from this work. He gave himself permission. You have to give yourself permission. Take it by force if you have to. Okay? Give yourself permission to show up in the world the way that you want to, the way that you desire. And I'm going to keep saying it, the way that you dream of. One thing about a dream is attainable if you put one step in front of the other. One step in front of the other, and you keep going. Sometimes we think about our dreams and we're like, they're so big and they're so, I don't know how I'm going to get there. You take one step in front of the other, you are going to get to the place where called dream. You're going to get to that place, but you have to give yourself permission. It's not going to happen overnight. It's one step in front of the other. So you have to give yourself permission. Stop waiting on the perfect time. Stop waiting for the applause or approval or validation of others. Stop waiting for you to feel more comfortable. You're going to have to be uncomfortable in order to give yourself permission. There's going to be some relationships that you have to let go in order to give yourself permission. There's going to have to be some sacrifices you make in order to give yourself permission. You're going to shake things up in your circle in order to give yourself permission. There will be people who are disappointed with you and frustrated with you and questioning you about what you do. Now, first of all, depending on the relationship with them, you don't have to tell them nothing and you don't have to explain yourself to them either. But give yourself permission. Go after the life that you want. Oftentimes, when women are coming to me for therapy, especially as it relates to like relationship, something happening in their relationship, I often tell them, you know, this is your life too. Some of you have submitted your life to someone that you shouldn't have, and you're dating, not in your marriage, and you're dating. This is your life too. You have a say as it relates to the quality of life that you live, but you have to give yourself permission. Don't allow fear, shame, guilt, or anything of your past rob you of your present and your future. Give yourself permission. Tell yourself 2025 is going to be an amazing year. In 2025, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do amazing things. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to get the coaching. I'm going to build the business. I'm going to go for the promotion. I'm going to go for the degree. I'm going to go for the man. I don't know, whatever it is. Give yourself permission. I'm going to move to a different city away from my family and away from my friends because I know in that particular city is the industry I want to work in. Go for it. Go for it. I'm going to send the op-ed. I'm going to send my speaker sheet. I'm going to go to the different educational entities and institutes and tell them that they need me to speak as a guest speaker. Do it. Do it. Not only is this important for you, but you have to know that there are people waiting for you to show up. There are people waiting for you to give yourself permission. And as you give yourself permission, they will become more comfortable. They will become empowered to give themselves permission. Go for it. Go for it. As you're planning for your 2025, you need to put on your whether it's what are those things that we make, the vision board, right? The vision board. You need to put on there the power of permission. I'm going to tell myself yes, even to the things that you didn't expect. Tell yourself yes. You get an email inviting you to apply for a scholarship. Tell yourself yes. You get an email saying, hey, we would love for you to come speak. Tell yourself yes. I don't care if you've never spoken on a stage in your life and now it's 9,000 people. I'm not trying to set you up for failure, but what I am saying is tell yourself yes. Stop shying away. Stop allowing negative beliefs to hold you back. Stop allowing past failures to hold you back. Tell yourself yes. Give yourself permission. Listen, if you want to buy the shoes, buy the shoes. Tell yourself yes. If you want to rebrand, rebrand. Tell yourself yes. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day and week. And I want you to watch this over. If you feel yourself kind of rejecting this message, like, Smithy, I really can't do that. I really can't tell myself yes. You don't know the things that I've gone through or been through. I want you to keep watching this until it's easy for you to fathom telling yourself yes. When it's easy for you to give yourself permission. The box that you're in is not locked. You have to make the decision to walk out of that box. I hope that makes sense. Some of us are in a self-imposed prison. Forgive me, y'all. I'm a little under the weather. Some of us are in a self-imposed prison because of the things that happened to us. And so we made the decision to hide ourselves away from our purpose, the world, and those that need us. And today, you need to get out of that box. You need to get out of that prison. You need to tell yourself, I'm not going to hide anymore because of the mistakes of yesterday. I'm not going to hide anymore because of the family I come from. I'm not going to hide anymore because of the decisions I've made. I am going to give myself permission to do something new, to do something different. I'm going to give myself permission to help myself and to help others. And it starts today. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.